Connected.
In attendance again.
Yep.
Hello.
What's up?
We're wondering why the heck Mimic didn't buy more game time sooner. Well, that's what I'm wondering.
I heard that we are down a tank tonight.
I hear we're down 2, honestly. Or at least Biggs is going to be late.
Guard entered channel.
Oh, here he's server transferred. I just gotta get him in the guild.
Well, that's good.
That's 3 healers. Where's Sharte?
He was just on.
He just logged online on BNet.
Monkey guard entered channel.
There is Sirte. Oh, I can't invite.
Huzzah!
Wait, somebody's really quiet.
I think that may have been Gaz.
Probably me.
Yep, no, it was Monkey.
Oh.
I wasn't facing the mic.
Do you have your mic on top of your head again?
No, don't worry. You don't want to hear him talk anyways.
I was eating, so I was trying not to talk into the mic.
Oh, I eat and talk into the mic all the time.
You just cough into the mic most of the time.
No, I got a new headset. If you notice, I probably sound a little bit different.
You do, yeah.
And
Like a human being?
Well, I had a really shitty cheap headset. Not that I have like a really expensive one now, but it is a little bit better. And apparently when I plugged it in, it reset all my settings. So Russian was talking to me and I didn't hear her. But when I fixed my settings, now when I cough, you can't hear it anymore.
That's good.
Good. We don't want to hear your coughs.
I will cut you.
Well, I'm just speaking the truth here. So, who are we missing so far? Tex? Attendance keeper?
Hold on, let me
Sydney's
pull up.
moved in from voice server by the server. Alarmist entered channel. Iron entered channel.
Looks like it's the same people that showed up last time, though, with the addition of some of our new people.
Honestly, if people keep missing out on this for, like, not even good reasons, you should like penalize them somehow. Loot is not going to be a factor. So far, Heroic is on farm, including Blackhand, because Blackhand is Blackhand, whatever. And we're not progressing anywhere in Mythic, so there's really no loot to be distributed. You guys, if you're gonna punish people for being absent, you gotta do it in a different way, not loot.
Oh, they'll be the first ones sat. When we have more than 20 people, they'll be the first one sat.
Unfortunately, you have to find a bit of a balance, really, because you can't just say to these people, oh, well, if you don't attend, then we can't keep taking these raids when we're in the position of we kind of need them to do the raids.
Yeah, it'll just be a negative feedback loop.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
But
the
they
thing.
absolutely should be, punished in some way for breaking attendance constantly, but it's just an awkward situation right now.
Or we could raid the Blizzard headquarters and demand 10-man Mythic.
You mean Riot?
Right.
Looks like everything else.
There is balancing issues with Mythic or something, I don't know. They wanted to just have a one difficulty, so let's say 25-man Flamebender would be harder because extra people in a closed area, while 10-man Flamebender would be easier. They didn't want that difference.
And then a different boss, 10-man, would be significantly harder. They've always had a difficulty balancing between 10 and 25, especially on the harder difficulties.
They should have just honestly went with 15.
Well, Overgorger is designed for 15 players.
There you go, 15.
Right?
Valley entered channel.
Yep, Overgorger was designed for 15 people.
I mean, they designed healers, so it's like one healer per 5 people, including the healer itself. So why not just go with 15 people? 3 healers, DPS, tanks, and all that crap. Would have been better if 10-man was such a big issue.
I liked 10-man because you could have like a bazillion different roles and you didn't always have to do one thing. Like on my priest I could DPS or heal, or my paladin I could tank or DPS or heal.
What are we doing? Because Biggs isn't here till 10 and Alex is not showing up, or Mimic isn't going to show up tonight.
Burn their houses down.
Yeah, but once you get the fire started, it only takes about 5 minutes, so we'd need
Biggs
a
isn't
lot
gonna be
else
here
to
till
do.
10?
Yeah, he sent us a text and said he'd be running late.
Why is he
That's
late
like,
anyways?
that's not like late, that's... yeah, whatever.
It's always Mondays, so on Tuesday we should start with Mythic, in my opinion. And then Monday we'll just do a full clear of Heroic.
Yeah, it's easier to pug shit on Monday.
We won't really have to pug because we could, let's say if Baron wanted to, he could tank. That's just an option I'm throwing out. He could tank, we have Rafis as a tank as well, and we have the healers. We would have been able to clear a 9 out of 10 Heroic today. Maybe even 10 out of 10, depending on how well we do. At least that would have been an option since so many people are missing. But we need those numbers for Mythic. Officers, please consider this. Tomorrow, Mythic. Thursday, Mythic. Monday, Heroic.
I know we've discussed going straight to Blackhand on Tuesday, then starting on Mythic. Yes, we killed it last week and this week.
What do people need off a Black Hand?
Trinket.
Which trinket's that?
I want the Spirit and Haste one.
Okay. I'm
The
pretty sure
other
there's a
trinkets you
multi-strike
have
one
one
as
can.
well.
Yeah, there's a Ints multi one.
That's a crappy version.
That's the one. Oh, that multi-strike.
Oh, I can see why you'd want it.
And the elemental gains the bonus multi-strike from all sources, which makes the proc even stronger.
That dropped last week, didn't it?
It did drop, but it needs to be Warforged with a socket, or just Warforged. Because I already have a Warforged Dagger of Blaze and Radiance with regular Caged Living Ooze. I get more mastery with these two rather than the Blackhand Doomstaff on its own.
You have a better chance of getting a weapon off a Mythic before you get a freaking Warheart's Prismatic.
I just realized, like, 2 weeks ago, I got a mythic vest from my my box from the garrison, and I got an Essence of the Iron Protector on our first Blackhand kill from a bonus roll, and I didn't put 2 and 2 together until right now.
Nice.
We do have more people that showed up today than showed up last Monday, though.
Well, that's because
Yes,
the people who didn't show up last Monday were already locked out. They couldn't come.
Yeah, that's true. They were here, they just couldn't come.
And that's like 3-4 people.
Yeah, so it's the same people that are showing up consistently every time, so...
All you need is tanks and we could do this. We had
Yep.
2 tanks, Dark will be on in like 10 minutes, and there's your 20.
So, who are we missing anyways? Because I know we're missing a DPS besides the 2 tanks.
Well, I mean, obviously we're missing Mimic and Biggs.
Oh, it's the other DK.
Well, we have 2 other DKs, actually. We have the Drunk DK, and then we have the other DK.
We also have that Red Paladin.
Oh, yeah, Revelation. I don't know where he's at.
And Striper's, I assume, is still dealing with work stuff.
Stay the course.
We're missing Nova.
He wasn't here last week, I think, either.
Motions up for progression.
Let's see, who else are we missing?
Both the other DKs on.
Dark is excused. Oh, Stylus and Sanct. Those are the 2 DKs we're missing. Hexecute.
They both said tentative on the invite.
I wish we had more. I wish we had more content to clear besides Mythic.
And 6 dumbass was in a car accident or something.
Yeah, 6 was in a car accident. He's like all banged up.
He's on drugs. That's why he's not on. Should have seen the text messages. They were hilarious.
What did they say?
Like just his spelling on stuff. He's a special kind of character to begin with.
Oh.
Okay, looks like I'll be recruiting some more DPNS.
We need to find if you're recruiting DPS, find one with a strong off-spec tank thing.
For what? How long does that last? Like 6 seconds?
We will endure.
Alright, so we done for the night? This is fucking stupid.
That is not my call. That is Sinus and Guard's call.
No. I just lead raids. You guys tell me, point me in a direction. Senis!
Help!
Well, to be honest, I don't feel like trying to do this with pugging 2 tanks.
I agree.
Pug 2 tanks once. I
Yeah.
could have
We're going...
It probably might be a good idea to revise when we consider doing mythic
Oh, it's going to
runs.
be at the start of the week.
And you said Xaid didn't come on because his subscription expired.
Yep.
So if that's still expired, then he's not going to be here tomorrow either.
No, he's going to get his game time tomorrow, I think.
He's broken game.
Why can't he use gold?
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
It's for one
instant.
time. 20k won't be that bad.
it's actually 19k or 18k at the moment.
Yeah, the price
yeah, I'm
dropped
gonna get
even
it.
further.
I mean, hell, I would give him, 1,500 or whatever towards it. Like, because if he was here, then we could, or we could even post. Then we could use Wraiths and then pug like grab 2
Alarm is
DPS or
entered
something,
channel.
and we might be able to do something.
Well, I'm sure. Actually, I mean, you can I got a couple friends on that could probably run some of the mythics that we're doing and be fine in. So I mean, I'm sure people have friends that we could possibly get to fill in for spots, and
Yeah.
not actually have to be true pugs.
Right IO's Wraith centered channel.
I
Nah, I
agree
went
on
up 30K.
Holy.
I might post tonight up on my channel just to show people that raiding is sometimes really difficult.
Make it called Why 20 Mans Don't Work.
This is why I've always done 10-man raiding. Always done 10-man raiding.
I love
See,
10 man.
I've always done 25, but we had a roster of like 35, so when people didn't show, we just put different people in and
Yeah.
rotated in and out for bosses and stuff like that.
Yeah, the problem I have with that is if you got your main 25 people, then your alt 10 people don't necessarily always know exactly what's going on. So there's always a little bit of an issue.
Yeah, we didn't have any issues.
I don't know. I just think it's easier to manage 10 people than to manage 20, 25 people
It's purely down to personal preference, I think.
in everything.
I kind of like 10. Everyone knows each other well, better.
Yeah.
15
Easy to
wouldn't
manage.
have been bad.
It does certainly
15
feel
wouldn't have been bad
easier.
either.
But see, the 20 isn't our problem. Tanks is our problem. The fact that we don't have backups. We need to have 2
Yes.
to 4 backups of tanks just for this issue right here.
Remember when we had backup healers and suddenly all of our backup healers plus some healers were gone? That was all last week. We can't forget that.
Both tanks are out.
Yeah. Biggs will be late and Mimic's time ran out.
It sucks
My-
because I can tank, but you lose a good healer.
My time ran out too, but I just
Oh,
turned
Harry,
it back
you
on.
can tank?
Yeah. But like I said, you lose a good healer. That's the hard part.
Yeah.
I can tank trash. I can tank too, but
Just teach me what to do in the boss fight, and I'll be fine.
well, it's mythic, so we'd both be learning.
Just putting this out there, we can easily find a tank that's relevant for Beast Lord or Hans Friends. It's not that of an issue. Those are comparatively easy mythic bosses, and if they're not good, you can always kick them off. You can tell it from the first pull itself if they're good or not.
When is Steak going to return?
No,
Or is he just gone?
Actually, I don't know where Epo's at or what people have talked with Epo, but Epo could be technically a tank for a backup tank. And he's geared to the point where he should be able to run mythics.
I'm 689 tank, but
Oh,
Last
he's done
resort.
raiding Bearing? Okay.
689 tank?
yeah, small spec, but last resort is that.
I'd really
689
not
isn't
rather
bad.
raid tank.
I'm a better
I'm
healer.
I'm 684
Yeah, but
with
you
both
are a pup.
trinkets.
I'm gonna just head to War Spear just to look for a tank if we can find one.
No. Don't like Pug and Mythic.
It does not seem like a very wise idea.
Not
Why
ever
not?
since the incident.
Well, they must have just been bad. There's potential good puggers too, man.
No. We got the kill. We killed twin Orgrons on Mythic before. It's just the aftermath. I don't want another one of that.
I mean, it's just 2 tanks. They're not going to be DPSing with holy gear or DPS gear, are they?
Right, but tanks are somewhat integral to the raiding formula.
No, Barry, and you said you wanted to main your monk, so we'll respect that.
Respect. This is the internet.
Oh, Certes speaks?
He just got in the channel.
Oh.
I know, it's Tuesday. My boy got called into work today, so I'm home alone.
No, it's Monday.
It is Monday. I'm confused. That's what happens when he doesn't show up. I'm like, what day is it?
How does the world work?
Exactly. It's like my world revolves around him.
Magnets.
How do those things work?
I will not be tanking on my monk. I'm not.
I can teach you.
No, thank you. I don't find it fun.
Have
You
Barry
go
an
healer.
off-tank heal. Or off-spec heal.
If
Yes.
anything, prot warriors are fun to me.
They're boring.
So,
All I do is 2 things: block and barrier. Monks do so many things, which makes it challenging and it's fun.
I love my monk.
Monk tanking is fun.
I've yet to actually try it, but yeah, it looks like tons of fun. And they're fantastic if they're done right.
I hear they're also quite easy to screw up.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, well, isn't every class?
If you miss 1 blackout kick and you don't have 20% parry, you're one-shotted.
Okay, that might be a bit extreme. Other classes at least have a little bit of fallback.
Well, I don't think you can mess up a Frost DK.
Well, I was thinking
Frost
more
DKs aren't
tanks.
tanks.
Oh, you're talking about tanks? I thought you were talking about every class in general.
Warriors. All they do is spam and then either barrier and block.
Blood DK. Death Strike.
So,
Death
Unholy,
Strike.
I had a question to ask you about my Disc Priest.
Me?
Just that Archangel says it increased healing done. Does that count towards my Power Word Shield, or only healing?
It counts towards everything.
Okay. Because I've been popping it before putting shields on, and I'm like, I don't know if this is actually benefiting me.
You should really use Power Word Shield on the tank off cooldown, just so you can have some sort of shield.
Time. Well, that's it.
Archangel, if there's heavy AoE, I usually use Archangel with, what is it? I don't know where. Okay, Prayer of Healing. Yeah. And if there's no AoE, but I just want to burn Archangel for the sake of burning Archangel, I just use a flash heal on the tank, and it's just a Nexus shield.
Alright. I just wasn't sure, because it says increase healing done, and I didn't know if that actually counted shields.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind swapping warrior to raid with you guys. I would find another guild to raid with my monk, but I'd have a tank off spec for you guys. Because so far, I love warrior.
That's up to you, because when you came back, you said you wanted to do one character only, and you didn't want to be switching. So that's your call. I'm just trying to abide by like what you said you wanted, and I don't want you to regret it, you know? Like,
So, what is the plan for tonight then, in retrospect?
I think we're gonna let y'all vote.
voting. This is a democracy now?
I can swap to warrior tank for tonight, though.
That's if you want to raid tonight, with potentially aiming to plug a couple slots, or no if you don't.
I think it'd be better to plug a healer or plug a tank.
Well,
it really
Barian,
depends on the fight.
what is your eye level on your
Unholy
warrior?
Channel.
I feel like 9 of those X's are just because people didn't vote.
681. See, that would be fine.
Alarmist entered channel.
I mean, we have Wraiths and Barian on his warrior, and then that would still give us 4 healers.
Entered channel.
If we want to do that, we would still have to plug a couple of
Caroline
DPS, though.
entered channel.
What did I vote for? Sorry.
Whether or not you wanted to try Mythic with Pugs.
I would have pressed yes. Mine's a no.
Mine's a no.
We have Wraiths and Barian can tank on his warrior. We would just have to pug a couple of DPS. And then Biggs will be here at 10 if we haven't accomplished anything, and one of them could go back to DPSing. So it's still a no.
Yeah, plugging Mythic is gonna be that's just rough.
Well, we have Taz is friends with the guild Goodfellas, so we could grab a couple of actually decent DPS. He could ask and pull up a couple. Their Mythic progressed anyway. So I mean, it's not like we would just like grab random like ding dongs out of LFR or looking for group. So I guess yes if you want to try it. No if you want to just tomorrow. And it looks like the majority says no, so I guess we're calling tonight for the second week in a row.
That means we start pushing Mythic and forgetting Heroics and just do Heroics on Mondays.
There you go.
Yep.
That'd be your
That's
best
what
bet.
I'm thinking.
That's what I said last week.
It's the same scenario that Stripper did when we started doing Heroics. We quit doing normals completely, and it was heroic progression, nothing with normals. Or at that point, start pushing Mythic progression, and if you want, clean up Heroic on whatever day.
Clean up Heroic on Monday and let people pug it.
Yep. Alright,
Alright,
I will
well,
catch you
sorry.
all later. And if you see the
Alright.
people on later who weren't on tonight, kick them in the nuts and get them on. Because we had like friggin' 30-something people on Monday.
Well, we always have enough on Tuesday, Thursday. We just come
Tuesday, I
Monday,
said
we don't
Monday,
have
sorry.
nobody here.
Yeah, well, the people not here don't know we're going to Mythic tomorrow, so they'll show up. So don't say anything.
Okay.
This is
There
the new
you go.
heroic strategy. It's got smart stampers in it now.
Alright.
They hotfix
Alright,
them.
everybody, have a good night.
Good night.